with that, I think both of them are going to be speaking together, which is fantastic. We're innovating as we're going here. So let me introduce them both personally. First, I would like to introduce Ms. Vicki Whittaker, Head of Portfolio at Routledge, Taylor and Francis Group, one of ICSB's partners and leading publisher for both of our journals. And also, I'm delighted to introduce Ms. Michelle Rynkewicz, Portfolio Manager at Routledge, Taylor and Francis Group. We are both delighted to have you here. The floor is both yours.
Thank you very much. So as Ayman said, we're Vicki Whittaker and Michelle Rynkewicz, and we're honored to be here today to represent Taylor and Francis, the publishers of the ICSB's journals, Journal of Small Business Management and the Journal of the International Council for Small Business. Taylor and Francis's mission is to foster human progress through knowledge, a mission which aligns closely with the work of the ICSB. And we want to offer our brief testimony today about the role the ICSB journals play in advancing the impact of the entrepreneurial revolution. Revolutions, whether social, cultural, or economic, have long-term effects. Like throwing a stone into the water, it's not just the immediate impact which counts, but the ripples which continue to spread outwards from that first splash. As publishers, we can trace the path of revolutionary ideas across our books and journals. New thinking creates new theories, expanding our horizons and our ways of understanding the world. Paradigms shift. The conversation jumps from discipline to discipline. Behavioral psychology gives rise to behavioral economics, for example, always incorporating new elements along the way. As publishers, we have a responsibility to the whole entrepreneurial community to make sure that the shockwaves of a revolution of ideas spread far and wide. It's not sexy, but we disseminate the revolution. Revolutionary ideas must reach the entrepreneurial community swiftly, wherever that community lives, works, or studies. So we continuously work to increase our article publication speeds, expand the potential, and we take advantage of advances in digital technology and social media to expand the potential audience for research and entrepreneurship and ensure that we can reach that audience. We develop our online publication platforms to deliver seamlessly to mobiles as well as laptops, making research accessible on the go. And we strive to ensure that research is accessible to anyone who wants to read it. Many of our articles are published on an open access basis, a revolutionary paradigm shift in business models in its own right in terms of how research is published, which means that articles are free for all to read in perpetuity.
The ICSB's journals are at the forefront of the entrepreneurial revolution in research and practice, spearheading the dissemination of ideas. The Journal of Small Business Management and Journal of the International Council for Small Business publish cutting-edge work, bridging the gap between research and practice. Researchers draw on the imagination and innovation of entrepreneurs and small businesses to generate new understandings, which in turn feed back into everyday practice. The research the journals publish is read globally in 186 countries. Over 250,000 articles were downloaded in just 2021, and readership continues to grow year on year. Readers are stimulated by the ideas they find in the journal's virtual pages, and many of them subsequently join the revolution, by themselves contributing to the conversation in the journals. Article submissions to the journal topped the 1,000 mark in 2021. Research published in the ICSB journals is frequently cited in the real world across media outlets such as Forbes, in policy documents, and by academic researchers like you. The ICSB's editorial teams, with our support, are constantly striving to find new ways to advance the revolution in entrepreneurial thinking. During the past year, the journals implemented a 100 days promise, meaning that all articles submitted to the journal would successfully negotiate the peer review process. That is so crucial to testing the rigor of new ideas, can expect publication no later than 100 days from submission. To date, the editorial team are more than meeting that promise, bringing research to the entrepreneurial audience in the fastest possible time. The entrepreneurial revolution is here and now, and we at Taylor and Francis are humbled and honored to continue to support the overall progression of innovation that the ICSB models for the community at large through their publications. We invite you to join us, to submit your research, and to spread the word. Thank you so much for your time and attention.
ICSB would like to recognize Routledge, Taylor, and Francis, and in particular, Vicki and Michelle, and also Tom that's on here, for an amazing partnership in promoting SMEs, MSMEs, entrepreneurship academically. You are an example of what a partnership really means. We want to recognize you this with commemorative gavels for this occasion. Thank you.